For this episode, we will be talking about what we've been watching, our Superman review, the DCU version, and Jurassic World Rebirth review, baby. Let's go. Welcome to Film, where we break down films in the way anyone can enjoy. Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place. And to my left, because I was gonna do something special and make it like he in the right place because he already to the right. But anyways, I got the boy Izzy ZDB Aramia.
Oh yeah.
What's good, Brody? How you doing? And welcome back, by the way.
Welcome back. I'm excited to be back. I kind of missed doing this. I actually did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing. My phone just
That was embarrassing. It's just notification. It's all good.
I'm just gonna preface this. I'm gonna be looking here a lot. As you can see, my laptop is here, and we have a sound. We have an audio interface here. We're testing out some new audio. If there's problems, I'm so sorry. If the problems are so bad that we don't even release this episode, then I'm apologizing to no one. But if there's any errors, I'm sorry. We're testing out some new tech because Phil, we leave to Comic-Con next week, and we have some fun stuff planned. Some TikToks, maybe a secret special vlog, maybe, and a pod. Who knows? We're going to see when we get out there, but it's going to be exciting, and I can't wait.
Yes,
that's kind of all I've been thinking about lately. But, Phil, I'm doing great. Summer's almost over, though. It's hitting. Like a month left, then we're back. I had to send in my work, my school schedule to my work, and it, hurt my soul. I was like, dude, it's coming up. But
Hurts, man.
Phil, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I came back finally from camp.
Came back from camp. Yeah, dude, that's right. You're at camp. I was at camp too. We were both at camp, bro.
Both at camp, bro.
Both at camp.
We were doing our thing out in nature, just touching grass. Because you guys probably are like, these guys never touch grass. They watch so many movies. What
For
the
real.
heck?
For
but
real.
you know what? I did in fact touch grass.
I did.
I enjoyed it. I ran in the grass.
I ate it.
I jumped in the grass. You ate grass?
I ate grass.
Izzy, the horse. BoJack Izzy.
BoJack Izzy Horseman.
BoJack Izzy. Wait a minute.
Hey,
could that be a new nickname?
Never even seen BoJack Horseman. So
it's so good,
I know.
bro.
It's one of those
I love it.
I just haven't watched.
I don't know. It's not like you have to watch it. I really like it.
I know people really like it. I've been told I like it a lot. But yeah, Phil, you ready to get into what we've been watching?
Yeah. What you been watching? Because I know you were excited for this part.
What if I told you I've been watching a lot?
What you been?
But not a lot. But I've been watching more than I usually do when we talk about this segment. First things first.
Okay.
I've been watching The Legends of Vox Machina.
Uh-huh.
For the record, that show is like a banger. I'm on episode 6 of the first season. I started a couple days ago. I'm obsessed. I love it. I love the cast. I love all the characters. I love the animation. It's very good. It looks like a more polished Invincible in a lot of ways. Because it looks very comic booky, and I love that. So I'm loving the art style. I'm loving the story. I didn't know it was a D&D show. I kind of just thought it was like a fantasy show.
Yeah.
I guess it's a Dungeons and Dragons show. And not just that, it's from the people who do Critical Role. Are you familiar with Critical Role?
I don't think I am.
So a bunch of video game voice actors started their own company or like a podcast where they play D&D. And they're called Critical Role. And this is what the show is. The show is one of their campaigns, I guess.
Wow.
And I didn't know that. And that's really sick. So when I saw their logo pop up, I was like, oh, what the heck? Like, that's really awesome. So I'm loving it so far. It's really good, really solid. I don't think I have a favorite character yet, but I like everyone. But I haven't had that I love this person. I just really like everyone, you know? I think Vax has the coolest design. I'm just obsessed with his design. Right? Vax or Vex? Vex is the sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
the sister, and Vax is unless I'm wrong, but guys, I'm only 6 episodes in. That doesn't matter. Danzanon, freaking great. Have you been watching Danzanon?
Season?
Yeah, have you been watching it?
I haven't been watching
Third
it.
episode comes out tomorrow.
Okay,
Second episode, freaking banger.
Oh, for real?
Freaking banger. And from what I understand, third episode is gonna get wild. Third episode's gonna be even crazier. So I'm seated. I'm buckled up.
Is the movie season 2 episodes 1 and 2?
1 through 3.
1 through 3.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't watch the movie.
Neither did I. That's why I was told episode 3 is insane.
Okay.
So I think it was 1 through 3. It might have been more. It might have been 1 through 4, but I don't know. I just know 3 people have been telling me is insane. I'm so ready. I'm so excited to wake up tomorrow, get off work, and watch it on and on. That's gonna be hype. Okay, I'm moving a little fast, and this is why.
What's up?
Okay, I watched a movie this weekend too.
What movie did you watch?
Aside from Superman. So, this is gonna be TikTok, so I'm formatting this on TikTok, and you'll understand why in a second.
Okay.
Just sit back. Hey, get your popcorn, drink your drink. I need you to sit back and be ready for this. This is about to be insane, okay?
Okay.
I recently just watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay. All right.
And can I just say, it was absolutely, positively incredible.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say hot garbage.
And not just that. It's not just incredible. It's not just insanely good. Mm-hmm. It is currently sitting at my number 1 movie of the year. And then, no. Phil, I am about to make history on the film podcast right now.
I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
Okay? I'm about to make history on the film podcast, and I need you to strap in. Everyone at home, strap in. Dude, ready for this. I'm about to say this right now.
Okay.
Here is my score for K-pop Demon Hunters.
No way.
Me, Isaiah Ramia, is giving the first official 10 out of 10 on the podcast. K-pop Demon Hunters is a banger, and I need every single person on the planet to watch this damn movie. Because, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Like I expected me to like it. I expected me to be like, wow, music was good, and I really liked the art style and the animation, whatever. No. Holy crap, I was floored. The last 40 minutes of that movie, Phil, I didn't say a word. I was watching with my little brother, and you know what? I don't know if you're like this. When I watch movies, I'm thinking a lot. I'm like, oh, this is going to happen. I wasn't thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing was going through my mind, just what was in my face. Mm-hmm. That movie was one of the best movies I've seen this year, but also one of the best movies I've ever seen. That might be one of the top 3 best animated movies of all time, you know? If someone sat here, I'm not going to come out here and make this argument right now, but if someone told me I like it, I think it's better than Into the Spider-Verse, I wouldn't argue with them. Yeah. I would be like, you know what? That's fair. That's a valid take. Because there is a world where I'm on that train. I'm not going to say it yet. But everyone needs to watch K-pop Demon Hunters. K-pop Demon Hunters has some of the best music, some of the best art direction and animation I've seen in a movie in a fat minute. The story was really good. It was simple but deep. It was very oh, this is exactly what it is, and what the title is exactly what the movie is. But it has a couple twists that added a lot of layers to the movie, and it made it significantly more interesting. But then once the movie kept going, it just kept getting deeper and deeper, and I was just really connected with the characters and really connecting with the story and its messaging. I was obsessed with what the movie was trying to say. And I don't want to spoil it because it's still relatively new. It's been out for a month now. I don't want to spoil it just yet because I'm still seeing a lot of buzz for it. So I don't think it's worth spoiling. But just, it's an hour, 30 minutes. Go out of your way, watch it. I want to say this. 10 out of 10 doesn't mean perfect to me because there's no such thing as a perfect movie. It just doesn't really exist. You can always find flaws in a movie, but 10 out of 10 just means it's a level of excellence that I think everyone should experience. That's a 10 out of 10 to me, So why didn't I give Sinners a 10 out of 10? I don't know. I just wasn't ready for it yet. But sometimes, you'll watch a 10 out of 10 movie and you'll know it's a 10 out of 10. And that's exactly how I felt watching K-pop Demon Hunters, where I walked out and I was like, I walked out of the room. And I was because I watched it on Netflix. And I was like, holy crap. I think that's the best movie I've seen this year. And it's great. And at this point, I don't think anything could top it. I said that about Sinners, so I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain nothing will top this movie. It was just incredible, and I can't wait to watch it for years to come. I want them to make a sequel really badly. I think the only complaint I could have of this movie was it needed more. It didn't need more, but I wish there was more. More music, more music, some more character stuff. I would have loved them to get into more background on some of the other characters, because it really takes a focus on the main girl, Rumi. She's definitely the focus. I would have loved more focus on Zoe, and I'm forgetting the other girl's name. I think it's Mira, something like that. Doesn't matter right now. But yeah, it just incredible movie. Everyone go watch it, please. It's so good. It's so worth it. It's an hour 30, and Phil, it was so peak. so peak.
It was Mira.
Yeah, it was so peak. And thank you for recommending the movie, because you said it was really good and you really liked it, but you told me I would love it, and you were 100% right, because I am the soundtrack on repeat. I'm like if you look at my reels or my TikTok, you'll within the first two, you'll see something either Superman related or K-pop Demon Hunters related. And that's how obsessed I am, because it's great and it's peak and everyone needs to watch it because it's so good. So why wouldn't you? You know, you got an hour and 30 minutes. Come on, everyone has an hour and 30 minutes of their time. Watch it with the family. You can watch it with the kids, bro. You can watch it with your kids. You can watch it with your girlfriend if you have one, your boyfriend. I don't know. Just go watch it. Like, come on. It's so good. It's so good. That's my review of K-pop Demon Hunters. Phil, what have you been watching?
I'm so happy, first off, because I love putting people on movies and then instantly them loving it. Because there's sometimes where it's just like, yeah. But then when you started talking, I was like, oh my gosh, is he going to say it was garbage? No. I hate when that happens.
Dude,
like,
I would have been an awful person, but I would do that to you. I would lead up to a movie being
It seemed like you were going to say it was hot garbage.
What's
I'm
the
thinking
hype?
you were going to do that.
No, dude.
But like, bro, that movie, I just want to say that again. Like, the reason I low-key wanted to bring my rating up from an 8 to a 9, because there's been so many times I've been going back on Netflix to watch The Walking Dead, which is one of the shows I've been watching right now.
Yeah.
But every time I go on Netflix, I see K-pop Demon Hunters pop up, and I'm just like, I want to watch it again. But I got to watch The Walking Dead, and I'll tap on it. But every single time I'm like, I really want to watch it again. And I'm like, no, Walking Dead. And I'm like, I should watch it again. No, Walking Dead. Yeah. Like, it keeps happening.
I want to watch it again, too.
That's what I mean. It just keeps, like, it stays in my head. And then whenever I see an ad pop up for it, I'm like, bro, I should watch that movie again. And I'm like, why? Like, did I like it that much?
It's just, because it's just easy to watch. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to watch, and it's so infectious. I think the music is a big part of that, where, like, I think not only the animation, but a lot of the music, like the musical numbers, like get stuck in my head. So I'm like, dude, I just want to go watch this movie again so I can experience that again. This movie better win Best Animated Movie at the Oscars. I'm trying to think of anything that came out.
I'm about to say, like, I don't think there's anything else.
What was that one? Niza came out. Too,
oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's probably the other one.
That movie made $2 billion.
Made a lot. Money don't matter to me. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but I'm just
like,
shook.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's probably the only contender right now, unless I'm missing something. I tried looking. I don't think I've seen a lot of animated movies this year. Elio came out. I didn't watch it, but I don't think it'll win.
It's not going to compete with it.
But it's going to win Best Original Song for sure. I think the only other one could be the song from Sinners. The one that Preacher Boy sings.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's an original song.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's an original song.
I think the way K-pop Demon Hunters music is charting, I think it only makes sense for it to win it. But yeah, dude, just an incredible movie.
That movie was so good,
Such an incredible movie.
Like, right when I saw the Sony animated pictures, like I told you, I was going to watch it just for the animation because I know. I told you before, thought it was going to be cheesy.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm sitting down watching that opening scene and I'm just like, okay, the animation's really cool. But then you get into the story, you see the thing on her, and you're like, oh, wait, does that mean...
Yeah, there's a twist that happens pretty early on in the movie that, like, immediately hooked me.
There's, like, 3 twists.
Yeah, but I think that one specifically, like, it's like a twist where you're just like, oh, wait, hold on. Like, okay, what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sit down, get comfortable, because now I'm locked in, you know?
You're trying to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
And then, like, it almost plays out the way you're thinking it did, but then it didn't. And then you're like, wait a minute. Wait.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this is the last time we're gonna talk about this movie.
Oh, we're not.
I think we're 100% gonna bring it up again later. I want to bring it up again later. But Phil, what have you been watching?
My bad. I'm gonna make this quick. So I want to mention this anime real quick. It's called Free Run, I believe.
Oh yes, I've been meaning to start watching. I've been meaning to start watching it.
So I had a rough time watching it at first because the first episode, because it doesn't start the way a typical anime starts, bro. Like, the first episode is like, okay, you have these characters, and they're already done with their adventure or something. And it's like, then why the heck am I watching it? And then you just go on, and it brings you on this other journey. And it's like, what? Whoa. And like, I'm at episode 4 now, but the mood of it is somewhat nice. It's somewhat like relaxing, wholesome, and very deep. If you think about it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And all I heard from here on out, it gets better. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait to watch the rest of it. I've been in my Walking Dead binge right now, which is why like I haven't been watching a whole bunch of new stuff. But like, Free Ren, it's pretty good, bro.
1 season or 2 seasons? There's only 1 season, right? It just
They're
came
about
out
to come out for 2
yes,
seasons.
that's why I
the
wanted to
second.
watch it because I heard it was so good, and I was like, I want to hop on this.
Bro,
I'm gonna do it for sure.
Because I remember when the first episode came out, everybody was raving about it, and when I watched it, I was like, this is kind of boring. But then I looked at the score, and I was like, why is that 97%? And then you watch more of it, and I'm like, oh, wow.
I know it's like the new thing. A lot of people were pissed it didn't win Anime of the Year. Mm-hmm. Solo Leveling won it.
Of course, Solo Leveling was gonna win Anime of the Year.
Yeah, but I think what a lot of people were bugged about was it kind of seemed like they picked the popular pick and not what was like actually the best. Because like here's the thing, I love Solo Leveling season 2. Like I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't sit here and tell you that it's like this deep, like. From what I understand, the way I hear people talk about Free Ren is very deep and the writing is very good. I don't think Solo Leveling season 2's writing is very strong. I think it has some strong moments, but I don't think it's like the overall like narrative is very strong. It's very basic, cut and dry. Like this is what's happening. It has a couple scenes where I'm like, wow, this is really good. But Free Ren, from what I understand, like the whole thing is just like a masterpiece. And I think that's like if you ask anyone that watched Free Ren, they tell you Free Ren was Anime of the Year last year.
Probably, but to me personally, I just think that with Solo Leveling, literally from the jump, it was like it's so good. It's it caught my attention just like
I
that.
love it, dude. I agree. Yeah.
That's what I mean. So like with Free Run, I watched that first episode and I'm in and out. And out. Well, I mean, I'm out, but then like later on a little bit in like episode 2, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Not like crazy, but I'm flowing with the mood of the show. So that's why I'm like, with my vote, it would go to Solo Leveling season 2. But it's not knocking Free Run. It's just like, because I still need to finish the story, but it's kind of like, it's taking time for me to get into it fully. With Solo Leveling, it didn't take time for me to get into it. It was just like, boom, I'm there.
100%.
But moving on, because I don't want to hold us up too much.
No, you're good.
We got some important stuff to talk about
We got
soon.
some important
Next
stuff
up,
to talk about.
I rewatched How to Train Your Dragon 2 and 3.
Oh.
And I really actually do appreciate those more than I did
Really?
before. Because the first one, I love it. Love it to death.
It's classic.
Then when I watched the second one, I was like, wait, I really do like the way this movie is going. And I feel like there are some things they could change. The director, Dean DeBlow, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize so much. But I do like, if they were to just tell that whole sequel again and add just a few things to it, I wouldn't mind that. But him saying that he wants to change some certain things around, I can see those things that he might want to change around. I don't want to spoil nothing for you because you're going to watch it soon.
Dean DeBlois? I think it might be Dean DeBlois. Sorry. DeBlois?
Maybe DeBlois.
I could
Dean
see
DeBlois.
that. I could see that.
That'd be tough. But, like, I do appreciate the second one more than I did the first time I watched it. Then I watched the third one, and now I understand more why people really love the third one. Like, it makes way more sense to me. Because the third one finishes the trilogy, and then I was wondering why people were so excited about like the announcement that they're probably, just a rumor, probably going to work on a fourth movie for it. At first I was like, why? It ended perfectly with the third one, but then after watching the third one, I kind of do feel incomplete. Like I kind of do.
There needs to be a little more.
I think there is, but that ending scene for the third one actually is so good.
That's the only thing I've ever seen. I've actually never seen the third one.
That ending for the third one. Wait, you've never seen what?
I've never seen the third How to Train
Probably
Your
seen
Dragon.
the first one. I was
No,
like,
no,
wait.
no.
The third one's actually really good, but the ending to it, I can see a return and I can see a story that they can tell through it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it more. And then last but not least, finishing it off, what we've been watching with obviously The Walking Dead season.
Oh yeah, he's back. Season 6?
Season 6.
Where were we last time?
Season 4.
Oh damn, boy.
Bro,
oh my gosh.
This show is really good. I'm
Nice.
sorry, it's so good. Like, before I wasn't too into like survival shows and movies at first, and then me watching The Last of Us season 1, not season 2, got me more into it, and I'm watching more stuff. And then I'm
Sheesh.
all of a sudden, I think it's because Invincible season 3, when that came out and people were talking about, Robert Kirkman and then Stephen Wong going up against the dude who bashed him in The Walking Dead. I was like, okay, if it's this serious, I'm gonna watch it. The reason why I'm mentioning it here again, because I could just go like, oh, the characters are good, repeat what I said before, is because season 6 did something very cool that I did not know Robert Kirkman was gonna do. Robert Kirkman, from the very start, was promoting Invincible, and we didn't even know it. I have 2 pictures here that are so cool, in my opinion. So there are these young kids in the show later that come in, and probably at the time when you're watching this show, you're probably like, what are these action figures? What are these comic books? Bro, in season 6, episode 8, he showed Lego action figures or Roblox or whatever of Omni-Man, Adam, Eve, Alan, and Invincible on this kid's shelf. On this kid's shelf.
That's sick.
Bro, in a 2000 show. 2012, I don't know. But yeah. And then in season 6, episode 10, one of the boys is reading the third where we're at in the 3rd season right now of a comic book of Invincible.
That image I have seen.
Yes. Yeah. That is so crazy that this man just kept promoting his work, kept promoting his stuff. Dude. And now, because The Walking Dead was already as big as it is. It is as big as it is. Invincible is super big now, bro. Imagine like you're watching The Walking Dead when it first came out and you're wondering, who is Invincible?
Can I be honest? I think a lot of people would assume those characters are fake. That'd be my guess. Like you see like a comic book in a movie and you're just like, that's probably like a fictional comic book in the universe like of The Walking Dead.
Just to put it there, just to add some little like element for these kids to like. But now looking at you're like, oh my gosh, that's Invincible.
Yeah, wait, that's cool.
That's Adam Eve. That's Omni-Man. That's Alan.
Yeah.
That's Mark. What's going on here?
That is sick. I knew about the comic book thing. I didn't know about that Lego figures. That's cool.
Was so shook, bro. I was like, yo, it's always been there.
My boys.
I was so happy though. But
that's cool.
Anyway, talking about The Walking Dead. Season 6 is so good, bro.
Really?
Like, it's been good. Like, right now, it's getting a little, like, testy because it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, another one of my favorite characters is going to die. I already know who's going to die. I know. This is the season when he does.
Oh.
That guy, yeah.
Let's go, my boy Negan.
I'm not even prepared for it because low-key, I was thinking about it. Glenn, that's his name in the show. Glenn might be my favorite character.
That's what a lot of people say. That's why a lot of people are pissed. Glenn, a lot of people stopped watching after season 6.
I honestly don't blame them now because if we're being for real, Glenn is the heart of the whole show. Glenn is the heart of the whole group. Glenn is the dude because that is the coolest thing about the show. When you're watching it, going through the journey, because literally when you're watching it, it goes so fast. It goes so fast that you forget like how much these characters have grown. Daryl, Glenn, Rick, Maggie,
I would have killed to watch this show when it was coming out weekly.
Exactly. So now I understand because there were so many times they called back to season 1 and you're remembering certain things. And with Glenn, the way he was before is the way he's a man now. Like he is a not afraid, he will kill if he is told to kill type of person now. Daryl's always been that. Rick has always been that. But Glenn, when you first meet him, he's just this pizza boy who knows how to move, get around, move the fastest. He's the fastest dude in the group. But then when he gets older, he's a dude who now he's not just fast. He's not just like smart.
He's more mature.
He's way more mature, and he's so much stronger, bro. So now knowing what's gonna happen, I'm gonna be so sad. But I'm not gonna stop watching. I'm not gonna do it. I understand why you all did it, but I can't.
He's committed.
How'd you look up?
I thought I heard something.
Hope was there. Welcome to the Breakout, a film podcast special where we interview up-and-coming talent about their craft and work in the movies, TV, and entertainment field. Today, we're going to be talking to my homie, Philip, an up-and-coming actor who is going to share about his journey so far on an up-and-coming short film that is about to come out July 19th, and will premiere on YouTube. But anyways, how you doing, Philip? How you doing?
I'm doing
Finally,
good, man. Yeah,
it's been a
glad to be here.
second.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for also being the first person I interview for this segment, the breakout. I just want to start off with what got you into acting, man?
Yeah, so I got into acting because my sister first got into acting. She was probably, oh man, I mean, I must have been like 5, 6, or 7, I want to say. So she was like in her teens by then, almost
Mm-hmm.
approaching like her teenage years. And yeah, she wanted to get into acting. And so my mom just, did a bunch of research. We went to like a talent showcase. You basically like do like a cold read. They have like maybe like a little script or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. You do a cold read in front of some agents, and if they like you, they kind of just hit you up, basically. An agent liked her.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mom kind of just took me along the ride. So we were all in this like agent's office. Yeah, I was like super young, honestly. I was like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
And during that process, the agent was just like, "Hey, like, does your son want to act?" And I'm just there like, "Oh, yeah," like just like randomly, But yeah, eventually, like it just like didn't work out, I guess. And so years later, I think I was like 10 at this point, my
Mm-hmm.
mom found the paperwork when it's like, hey, like, do you still want to act? And I'm like, yeah, why not? And so she found an acting class, and just for children, teaching you like kind of the basics of acting. And then like the end of the course, there was like a talent showcase again. So some agents came, and it seemed like I had an interest like from one, but then they like were like, actually, you need more of a resume. So it would be good if you started background acting, which basically, is the background of every like TV film, characters you see kind of moving the back, or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes every now and then you have like a random little side character like say a line or, do something. And so that's like all the background world. There was one background acting gig I did
Mm-hmm.
for the show Community. I've never heard of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a I did a background acting, and I met Ken Jeong's character. I forgot his name in the show, but
Yo.
uh, I don't know if your schools had this, but there was like a segment during homeroom where there was like student news that they would
Mm-hmm.
play on the TVs, and so I like was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. So then like you had to like audition for it. It turns out that the teacher that was running that was an actor himself, and more so, he was starting a management company for actors. And so
Wow.
he saw that I had like experience in background acting, and he was like, "Hey, I saw you had experience. I want to let you know that I'm an actor and I'm starting a management company, and I'd love to represent you if you want to take it seriously and get you an agent." And I was like, "Yeah." So we worked together. He had some nice close friends that kind of also were did like little workshops with me for acting, kind
Mm-hmm.
of prepared me for that auditioning process to get an agent out in LA. I had three sort of like meetings with different agencies in LA,
Mm-hmm.
and they all went really well. They all were like, "We want to represent you." And so I got to choose, super blessed to choose that. So we went with an agent. So yeah, I got an agent and then just started getting submitted to commercials, to TV shows, to
Mm-hmm.
movies, whatever it was. My first commercial I ever did was a commercial for Khan Academy. I remember I was like
Mm-hmm.
super nervous and exciting, but it was so like it was fun. It was like it's a very easy shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was cool. The next one I did was like a Coca-Cola commercial. That one was pretty cool. That one actually might have been a few years after, but that's kind of when I found out about like the union, the SAG-AFTRA union,
Mm-hmm.
Screen Actors Guild. And that was my first one, first commercial, first sort of environment where it was just like a union job.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, I ended up doing a couple more and joining the union because after a certain number of jobs that you do for the union, you kind of have to join. So I knew I had, a craft I was developing, um, you know, just continuing to learn and going to classes as well is like a big thing as an actor, I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
always just practicing acting in general. And so, yeah, that's kind of how it all started. And
Okay, man. Just wondering too. It sounds like you've been working in the industry for like a pretty long time now. So I was wondering, are there any changes that are positive or negative that have either bothered you or have like helped you in the sense?
Right now, there's definitely a lot of differences. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been honestly in a little hiatus recently.
Mm-hmm.
Other than my friend's film, Kill 'Em Now. I've been in the process of trying to build reel and build up, just a new resume really to find a new agent
Mm-hmm.
because I left my agency years ago to kind
Mm-hmm.
of focus on school and kind of just see like what I wanted to do really.
Yeah.
I just had to take a break because I don't know, I think it's funny like when I think of myself like beforehand being involved in like all the auditions and the auditioning process. I mean, after COVID, it changed so much. Like but like beforehand, you would like go in and meet the casting director, and just make a lot of different connections, even too, with a lot of actors or and actresses. To now, where it's mainly self tapes, and there's like pros and cons to it for sure. I feel like ever since self tapes kind of became the norm, it's just
Mm-hmm.
been harder in general. But I see a lot of people still have good amounts of success. So, there's still hope in there. It's just maybe a little bit more difficult. And
Mm-hmm.
even hearing too, like I've heard of just like the process of looking through all the videos as a casting director. And it's like, I mean, you're given maybe like what like as soon as like 5 seconds, and they're like either like you or you don't, and that's not a lot of time. Like if you were to watch a video of someone auditioning for 5 seconds and just being like, yeah or yeah, it's like there's a there's a big importance to making a first impression now. Whereas you can kind of like meeting people in person, it felt more personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can kind of I don't want to say you like talk your way into it, but like you genuinely can meet a person and be like, hey, like make a relationship with the casting director, and now the casting director kind of knows you. So again, it's like building those connections, much more in like an authentic way. You don't want to. I mean, maybe there isn't anything wrong with like trying, to maneuver that way, but like I love that authenticity then. But now it's a little bit more difficult. I've heard of things where it's like, yeah, not that you have to have like a certain number of followers on social media, but it's like if you have that, a big following already, it's a lot easier to make a first impression to be like, oh, this guy, yeah, like look at him, he has like 80K followers already. So there's that aspect that like has seeped its way into acting. You have to kind of fight your way into projects. Fight as in like, work your ass off basically, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
being real. Even work in California, like, is from what I hear, like very scarce as well. A lot of new TV shows, even stuff that I find auditioning on Actors Access, they're, like in different states and looking for local hires in those states rather than, filming here in California. There's a lot of challenges, I think, in today's industry, but at the end of the day, if you want it, you're gonna go for it. I always think of there was this one interview that Seth Rogen did, and like Seth Rogen's so like he could be serious, but he's so like nonchalant, kind of funny in general. And I think he got asked like like something along the lines of like what would you tell like an actor who is like not struggling, but like been in the industry a lot, and like how do you encourage them, to keep going? And he basically was just like, well, just don't quit. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of it, right? Like just don't stop. And so yeah, I mean the process right now might be slow. It might be, what it is, but as long as I don't stop and keep going, I think something will come of it. So
Just wondering too. So when it comes to either auditioning for a role or even learning about a role, in your personal opinion, what draws you to a character? Like, what makes you want to be like, I want to be or play this character?
that is that's a good question. Um, as an up and coming actor,
Mhm.
it's best to not really have like such like a closed mind, like really kind of just explore acting overall, right? And if like a lot of great actors that I look up to, like their portrayal of characters ranges. It's not just like being typecasted all the time. And there's nothing wrong with being typecasted per se, but it's like it's fun and challenging as an actor to explore as much as you can, whether it be like to the comedy side, to the horror side, to the super dramatic, to the melodramatic, whatever it might be. So like for me, like I do sometimes I'll read descriptions of characters and be like, oh, like there's like off the top, I can see that sort of like the similarities to my own like life, and that kind of like is helpful. But also like the type of genre I typically like in film, like I love coming of age stories. So there's a character that's sort of going through that arc, um, and the character description, or sometimes you get to read like the scripts and whatnot. Like I'm definitely drawn towards those types of characters. I'm fortunate enough to have like met some people who are, up and coming as well as, writers, directors, actors, and they're doing their own films and stuff like that. So it's just fun to like kind of be a part of it all in any way. Because I feel like I always have that itch to act. Like I'm always looking, I'm always wanting to, like, to simply answer your question, like the more coming of age characters kind of draws me. But at the same time, I'm always open for a challenge and for something that's going to grow me as an actor.
Two things. Number one, I have no intention of splitting that bounty. I'll do the bare minimum. It ain't my problem if things go south. It's time to tango.
Talking about Kill 'Em Now, what is like what drew you to the project? Besides, I'm guessing your friend Ryan, but what drew you to the project mainly?
I met him. I used to work at a Starbucks in a hospital in Whittier, PIH, and that's how I met him. He started working there, and we just like he had at the time a girlfriend there, and we were like she's the one who like trained me at Starbucks, and we would
Okay.
talk about just like what I was studying, interests, and I'd mentioned I was like an actor and all these different things. And that's how she mentioned how like, oh, like my boyfriend's like starring this movie, like maybe you can like help him join or something. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And so me and Ryan started talking, and sure enough, he was like, oh, if you want to help out, I'm like, yes, of course, please. Like, I'll do anything. Like, it doesn't matter what role it is. Like, let me just get in it. He invited me to the table reading. He's like, hey, I have like a bunch of little miscellaneous characters that I'd love for you to read if you want. And I'm like, yeah, bro, totally. So I end up going to his house. He has a table read there. Super nice, super cool, met a lot of cool people. One of the main actors, the role that I play in the film, he was casted beforehand and he didn't show up.
Oh,
He like just didn't show up to the cold read. Or not to the cold read, but to the table read. And Ryan would basically was like, hey, I know you've read the script. Like, do you mind just reading for Ludwig? And I was like, yeah, dude, totally. Not really expecting much. Just, I've been to table reads before. And yeah, I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen from it. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna expect much. I'm just gonna read, help my friend out. Anything again. Like for me, I'm like anything I get my hands on, like behind the scenes, acting wise, like I want to be in. And so yeah, I read for Ludwig at the table read, and afterwards, his assistant director and him were like basically like, hey, like we should get Philip to play Ludwig. And so he approached me afterwards and was like, hey, do you want to play this character? Like, I'd love to offer it to you. And I was like, yes, yeah, 100%, yeah. And so yeah, that's how I guess the table read was kind of like my audition.
all right.
That's how yeah,
Got you.
happened.
Now, without giving any spoilers, because you want to keep the movie like as secret as possible until it comes out. How would you describe your character?
Ludwig.
Mhm.
Ludwig is Pastor Lud. He's in his craft, in his he's the town's pastor. In his craft, he's like just fully himself.
Mhm.
When he is teaching the word, when he's in there, he's fully himself. I think he has a lot to grow in.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's kind of hard to say without honestly spoiling, if I'm being really honest. Well,
It's nice of you all to be here. There's no easy way to put this. But I've been giving the Bullhog gang some supplies the past month or so to help keep them at peace. And everything was fine until this incident. But it seems like they're coming for us. We don't know what they want, but we need to be ready.
I want to finish it off with this question real quick. Now, I was wondering, how did you prepare for your character in Kill 'Em Now? And how do you think audiences should prepare for this movie coming out or this short film?
Oh man, okay. My preparation was just a lot of line analysis, really.
Mm-hmm.
I had access to the writer and director regularly, so I was talking to him a lot about it. But thankfully, he also kind of was just like, "Well, what do you think?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, a lot of the line analysis, and yeah, just doing it over and over and over and over again. That's kind of how I prepared. And I talked to him about this a little bit was especially in the moment of filming, there were just new things to discover about the lines, about everything. So that was really fun as well. And yeah, for the movie, honestly, I think people can expect to have a good laugh. I think people can expect to have a good cry. I think people can expect to just have a really entertaining time. The film is very all over the place and chaotic in the best of ways. So yeah, I'm really excited for people to see it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Philip, for being on the Breakout and being the first ever interviewee and guest on the Breakout. I'm happy you could be here. And also to you all viewing this, please go check out on July 19th, Kill 'Em Now. The premiere is, I don't know why I did that. The premiere is going to be on July 19th and it's going to be on YouTube as well. But if it is in theaters and you guys can get some tickets on it, get it. Go to it, please. Man, I honestly did watch the trailer too, and I thought it was a pretty cool vibe. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, what's next? Are we moving?
Oh, we want to move to the next one?
Do you got anything else? Yeah, what time is it? Hold up. I had the time and I looked at we have a lot of time.
I'm not complaining. We can go straight into Superman.
That's what it is?
We can go
Superman!
Hey, I'm gonna let you rock real quick. But do we want to give both of our scores real quick?
We will both give our spoiler-free thoughts on Superman. Brought to you by the Film Podcast. Phil, give me your spoiler-free review of Superman with this number score. Let's hear it.
Once again, I'm saying this as a Zack Snyder fan.
He is a Snyder fan. He is a fan of the slow motion, guys. That man is a fan of the man who invented slow motion. So treat him with some respect.
Okay. I am going to score Superman. James Gunn's Superman. The first movie of the DCU's introduction, Superman. An 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10.
I'm going to give it an
8 out of 10. Explain.
All right. So, this is how I watched this movie twice, by the way.
Twice.
I went to go see the Tuesday premiere because I have an Amazon account, got the early screening, and I went just by myself in one of my favorite theaters. Just went to go see it standard. First time I was watching it, I paid attention to the world that James Gunn is building more than Superman. The second time I'm watching it, paying attention to Superman. First time I watched it, so mesmerized by everything, mesmerized by the world he's creating, mesmerized by the plan he came up with to introduce us to his version. Because it wasn't just an introduction to Superman. It was an introduction to the DC universe that he is now creating. And I respect it so much because I have always wanted this with live action DC movies. Like Zack Snyder, he was probably taking his time a little bit too much, but with James Gunn, he just went, boom, let's go. Let's go. And that's what I loved in this movie. Like, there were so many different characters that I was like, I'm surprised that they showed up in this movie. I'm surprised that they are being set up in this movie, and I'm surprised on how much, we were shown, especially in the Justice League or the Hall of Justice. Saw the panel. You know what's in there. I'm not gonna say it.
No. Let's be careful. Spoilers. That's
I'm just saying,
That's a spoiler.
That's in there, though.
Yeah. But that's like a spoiler.
It wasn't
That's
a trailer.
That was not in a trailer.
Yeah.
What trailer?
When Just Game was sitting there and they were all in the room.
No, but they don't show what building.
They don't
that
show
is,
the building.
though. No.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
Reset. We're back. Because I
any-
geeked. That's why I geeked when I saw that. But,
Yeah, my bad. But anyways, I really liked it. I really liked David Cornsweet as Superman. I really liked Lois Lane, and I also really liked Lex Luthor.
Yeah, Rachel Brosnan. Yeah.
No,
Rachel Brosnan. That's right.
Okay, I thought you said something else. My bad.
No.
But two characters that I think stole the show for me though were Lex Luthor and Mr. Terrific. Like those two, I was very impressed. Like I think that was one of the reasons why I really liked it a lot too. James Gunn did a very good job of making these side characters important, in my opinion. But giving these side characters an important part, and even also just not making them say do nothing lines or anything annoying that much. Like they were more like they were just important and they were cool. Like they were actually cool to be on screen. It wasn't just like they were there for a couple seconds, say a cheesy line, and then go. They had so many funny or important things to do. It was really nice to watch, and that's why I'm excited to see what else, because I know he's not going to direct all these DCU films. I know there's going to be different directors giving their versions and then showing their style and stuff. But if James Gunn is okaying the things that they're coming up to him and asking him to film or something like that, I am 100% behind whatever he says yes to.
Yeah.
100%. But that is why I really like this movie, and that is why I'm impressed with what he gave me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, rock out, sir.
All right, here.
Rock out.
Make sure I'm in the mic.
I've been waiting for this, bro.
Here.
I've been waiting to hear what he says.
Is my spoiler-free thoughts on James Gunn's Superman, previously called Superman Legacy. Phil, I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10.
Knew it.
I thought Superman, the Superman, right? Or just Superman, doesn't matter. I thought Superman was utterly fantastic. I was smiling ear to ear probably the entire time. Literally, from the jump, from the moment the movie started, I was just like, all right, we're in for just an awesome ride. Just like what you said, I love the universe. I love the universe that James Gunn's building. He introduced a lot of characters, a lot of world stuff that I really appreciated, that I thought did a really good job of making the world feel alive, something I felt like Zack Snyder never really did well. Not to dish it out on him, just because we're gonna talk about it more, but I'm gonna be very critical on him later. But yeah, I loved all the characters, even some of the side characters. I wish some of them had more to do, but I understand this is a Superman movie.
Yeah.
And which brings me to Superman, who was utterly fantastic. David Cornsweet kills it, from the more serious moments to the funny moments to just like some of the action scenes. Like, he's incredible, and whoever's doing his stunts were incredible. They just absolutely killed this movie, and I couldn't be more impressed with it. Everything from the humor to some of the writing. I think this might be the best example of James Gunn balancing humor and seriousness. I feel like
real emotion.
Yeah, I feel like he could have a hard time doing that. I think Guardians 3 was his best, and now this is probably a follow-up to making that, I feel like, even better. Because I think Guardians 3 has the weight of the other two, and we're a lot more connected to those characters. Where this, I was like, oh my gosh, I immediately cared. There's some moments later, which we'll talk about in a sec, that are utterly fantastic, super well written, and I loved it. This might be James Gunn's best written movie. I would argue it's not, but I've seen a lot of people saying it. I think there's an argument for it being his best written movie. It's very well written. It's very tight. It's very just here's the package. Here's exactly what it is. We're not gonna tease you things. It's a fully complete movie with nice little world things that are oh, this could be happening here. This could be happening here. But at no point are we all right, yeah, now we're setting up the next big bad. And I just really respect that. This was just a Superman movie through and through, and it was fantastic. So
Like a comic book, bro.
It felt like a comic book.
9 to 12 issues.
100%. It felt like a comic book. And I think that's exactly what this movie needed to be. I think we have too many evil Superman interpretations. I think especially after Zack Snyder did Man of Steel, which wasn't even necessarily, it was just a more dark, grim version of Superman, which I don't hate, but also don't love. And I think especially where we're at in Hollywood and just in a comic book industry, we've seen too much. I think we see the evil Superman character way too much now. And I'm happy to finally see us taking Superman back to his roots and like have like a proper like sweet like good Superman. And I just really respected James Gunn for doing that. And I think him taking the more simple route was ultimately the best thing he could have done, because we've seen the different routes of Superman, and I think we've had enough of them. And I think it's nice to finally see how this Superman could just be a normal, straight up Superman, and then as he gets further down the line and develops, we'll see him develop into this like different version of Superman, you know? Because I don't think it'll be like a 1-to-1 like Superman like from the comics. I think James Gunn will take more creative liberties later, but right now just setting up who his character is now, and once he deals with harder issues later, will be a fun way to see him grow. I think that'll just be a really interesting development. But yeah, I loved it. Lex Luthor is probably my favorite character in this movie. I think he's probably one of the best villains. I think he like solidified himself. Yes, he is. What a. Well, that's what I've seen the memes. It's so good. But Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, I think gives one of the best comic book performances for a villain that we've seen in a while, maybe even ever. You could probably put him in a top 20, top 10 list just from this movie alone. Like he kills it. He's so into the role, and you could tell how much he cares about it. So I was really happy with how well he was done. Rachel Brosnan as
she was so good.
Lois Lane was really good, way better than
so
Amy
good.
Adams ever was. Amy Adams never really did anything, except to yell what Superman's mom's name was. That's his mother's name. We didn't get any of that lame stuff.
She did have some attitude as like Lois Lane though in the first movie, though.
But it felt
it
felt very generic.
I know, but like, well, I'll get into it soon.
I don't think she had too much characterization, but I think Rachel Brosnan was just very much like she felt like a real Lois Lane.
Yeah.
And that's what I think like you could see throughout this entire movie is every character felt like their authentic self. And I loved that. I love that James Gunn wasn't scared to get weird and comic booky and like just do the things the comic's been doing, because those things are great. We don't have to have different things. We don't need everything to be different or like the same as what we've had in Hollywood. Like he was like, no, let's just take from the comic books. And we got probably like one of the best versions of Superman we've seen since like the 80s movies or like the early 70s movies, right? The Christopher Reeves ones.
Yeah.
Like, just fantastic movie. I loved it so much. I can't wait to talk spoilers right now. So I want to just get straight into it.
Go for it, bro.
Phil, let's talk about some spoilers in this movie. First, I'm just going to throw it out there. Some cameos. Peacemaker was in this movie. That made me so happy.
The whole theater was like, what the?
Dude, I
when
popped.
he showed up.
My theater was like pretty empty, so I was the only one that was like, dude, that's Peacemaker. I got so excited. But that was just hilarious. He's like, he's just mad that I'm more jacked than him. I thought that was so funny. Like, I'm like, dude, let's go. I love that. I'm trying to think. Let's talk about the Hall of Justice really fast and what like that sets up for like the future.
I apologize, by the way.
Yeah, hey, I forgive you. I want to talk about what you think that means, because we have a Hall of Justice. We have the Justice Gang, right? Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, right? Hawkgirl, Metamorpho, kind of. He's like there, and Mr. Terrific. Them four, right? Do we think they're gonna stick with this team?
Well, I mean,
for the most part, do we think so?
I think one thing that I'm thinking is they're gonna be here. Because once again, it's been 3 years since Superman has been Superman. He's been Superman for 3 years. And I feel like soon it's going to be all like, yo, like this is what's going on now. But I think that later it's going to get to a more serious tone where they're like, no, we got to get like the superheroes and put them in like this Justice League and then go. Because I don't think Guy Gardner's going to be there.
I don't think so either.
He's not that level of superhero. But I think that eventually like the Justice League's going to take that area, whatever Justice Gang is like using, and then they're gonna eventually take it over and build the Watchtower.
Yeah,
I think that's what's
that'd
gonna
be
happen.
sick. That would be really cool.
I think that's what they're aiming for, because I think that Guy Gardner's gonna get kicked out in the funniest way, and they're gonna be like, we like Hal or we like Jon Stewart more, and then Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific are gonna be asked like, do you want to join?
Yeah,
and then like he'll probably be like, no, Justice Gang is better than Justice League or something like that.
Yeah,
but I think that's what's gonna happen.
I think Guy Gardner gets taken out somehow in Lanterns. I think in Lanterns he's either gonna get arrested or killed. Does. Yeah. Because we know Lanterns is going to be dark. It's going to be like a darker tone. It's trying to match more of like a True Detective feel. And Guy Gardner's very like, he's going to go do some messed up stuff if they ask him to. He don't care. So I could totally see him getting either arrested, like put in some space prison or something, or killed doing like some sketchy mission.
Yeah.
That would make sense to me, and because I feel like the other characters like Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, like you can keep in a Justice League. Like I think they work. Mr. Terrific works as like the tech guy, and Hawkgirl, well, he's just in the Justice League anyway. Like she's already there, so I think it works. But I think you want Aaron Pierre, Green Lantern. I always John Stewart. John Stewart. I think you want him as the Green Lantern. So I think like obviously they're gonna push away Guy Gardner and bring in John Stewart.
1,000%.
Yeah, I think. But the Hall of Justice, just seeing that, I was not expecting for it. I got really excited. I was like, "Let's go, James Gunn. I love you so much. Let me just make out with you right now."
I was so shook when that popped up in the theater. I was like, "Oh,
yeah, dude.
Okay, here we go." And then right when they're like, obviously it's empty because they opened it. But then I remember that last scene where Lois Lane and Mr. Terrific walking out. I saw a piece of the Hall of Justice like mural, and then it showed some DC superheroes in it, and then I saw a closer picture of it, and my guy was thinking in it. I forgot his name. It's my guy. I remember him Justice League the animated show, and he was one of my favorite characters or favorite members because it goes Batman, the cowboy who's the gunslinger, and then forgot his name. It was like shoot, one sec.
Dude, I'm just waiting for the Flash. I can't wait for the Flash to be in this universe. I can't believe Ezra Miller had to bury the character like that. Just like how Ryan Reynolds buried the Green Lantern. Like, I really want James Gunn's Flash, like, really badly. I think it'll happen at some point. But I feel like he's, like, the Justice League member I want. He's my favorite DC character. While you look that up, I do want to talk about some moments in the movie that, like really impacted me. Like, there's some scenes that Phil in this movie that hit so unbelievably hard. Firstly, his conversation with his dad was so good.
That was a good moment.
That scene hit really hard. I got chills. The scene of the kid holding the flag, we saw it in the trailer, but him saying like Superman, and then like, but not even that, just him like pushing it up and getting it straight was just really powerful. And like, I'm getting like chills just talking about it. Like that hit. Or the scene when the building's falling and they're evacuating the city, and he catches sorry, I hit the mic. He catches the building, and then he like saves the girl, whatever, drops it, and the dust like it starts clearing, and you can see him with the light. That is like cinematography, you guys. That was excellent, dude. Literally like utter perfection. That's one of the best shots I've seen in a comic book movie.
I got PTSD of Suicide Squad killed the Justice League for a second when I saw that shot.
Oh yeah, when they did, that's right. I feel like they did.
I got so like, oh, but then I was like, but it's cool for this movie because he's not evil or taken over by Brainiac.
Yeah, dude, so cool. Just that great shot, dude. Visually, this movie I thought looked great. Besides the final fight, which I would love to talk about for a second.
You didn't like the final fight?
No. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying visually it looked not the best. The CGI wasn't great.
Found his name.
What was his name?
Wildcat.
Okay,
Bro,
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Wildcat is? Bro, Wildcat, I remember watching Justice League, the animated show, and...
Bless you.
Sorry, guys, but I think it was the episode where Black Canary was, like, on her own, doing her own mission with Green Arrow, and they were trying to, like, stop this underground, like, superhero/villain fight club, and Wildcat was kind of introduced, and Black Canary was trying to take care of him because I was a friend, but he was like obsessed with fighting, and the dude can throw hands. Like, I got obsessed because I remember Dave Bautista wanted to join DCU, and everybody was fan casting him as Wildcat, and I was like, bro, if he plays Wildcat, he'd be perfect for Wildcat because that's his whole point. He's just like grumpy, like stubborn dude who just like he can brawl, bro. Like he can fight. Dude, like The Rock could play him. David, like one of those WWE wrestlers needs to play him. Like, even if they want, what's his name, Roman Reigns? I think that's his name. If they want him to play him, he could. But the whole point of Wildcat, if he's really in the DCU, I'm already hype. I love Wildcat.
What character did they have Dave Bautista wanting to play? It was like Dr. something. I forgot.
What, Dr. Zaz or something?
No, sorry. Hugo Strange, not Doctor. Hugo Strange.
Hugo
They really wanted him to play because I think he was pretty interested in it too.
I don't want to play Hugo Strange.
I think he just wants to do something different. I don't think he wants to be the buff guy anymore. I think he wants to be a more like serious, like not like physically like, oh, I'm just the guy with the muscle. I think he wants to play a different character, which I respect, and I think he's a great actor. I think he deserves that.
Why not Two-Face then?
That'd be cool. I just think
I would like him to play Two-Face.
But I do think he's a little too big. like physically. Like in general, he's just too big to play a Two-Face. You know, like physically, I don't think he could like. I don't think it would look right.
But I know. But
You
think
also need someone to play Two-Face that has a punchable face, like the
You
guy
don't
from
have a
Dark
punchable face?
Knight. Dave Bautista does not have a punchable face. I do
has
not
a
want to mess
punchable
with that
face.
guy. No, he doesn't,
I
bro.
would want to punch his
No,
face.
you wouldn't. No,
Yes,
you
I
would
would.
not. No, you would not.
Yes, I would.
You saw Dave Bautista in real life. You are not punching him in the face.
Low key, I will not punch him in the face because I want to live. But if I'm looking at him,
No, you're
I would
not.
literally think, I don't want to punch you in the face, but I'm not going to do it.
The guy that plays Harvey Dent in Aaron Eckhart, that guy's a punchable face.
Oh.
He has a punchable face. He is like face-wise a perfect Two-Face. Character-wise, I don't know. But yes, I think that like I think he just wants to be someone different. But I think the final fight, let's talk about the final fight really fast.
I'm looking at Wildcat pictures now. I'm like, bro, he gonna be
Bro,
in the DC.
lock in.
I'm sorry, I'm so hyped.
Final fight wise, it's like excellent. It was great. Literally, like the scale that it had felt like the final fight in
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, minus all the people dying and Superman not caring about anyone. That was like the one thing James Gunn did that Zack Snyder never did. Is Superman just had far more control on the fight, which I really appreciated him caring. Dude, in this movie, Superman saves a squirrel, bro. Like, that was perfect. I got so excited. Like, stuff like that, just I love. But the final fight visually didn't look great. But it was still cool, and it was still awesome. His fight with the Engineer and Ultraman was fantastic. When he grabs Engineer and starts slamming her on the floor trying to hit
like,
Ultraman.
dang, man.
So funny. I laughed so hard. Or when he like hits Ultraman with like that big like metal stick thing, you know what I'm talking about? It's like the big
Oh
rock thing
yeah,
with him.
he grabbed like a sign or
That
something.
was sick, dude. Stuff like that. Like James Gunn just understood impact and scale so much, and I really loved it. Like for the fight. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, also when he like flies, they showed this in the trailer, but when he flies and he punches the dude in the teeth, and his teeth come out and they hit the camera, I thought that was so cool. Just like a cool touch, like a cool art touch. And then when he does the laser thing, like the theater I go to doesn't have the best audio. I just don't go to like a really nice theater. But dude, the laser eye sound effect, like it was like a
was pretty
punch,
cool.
bro. It was like it was sick. That sound was like freaking.
It sounded like a beam, actually,
Oh, it
like an
sounds
actual
so
beam.
good, bro. It sounded so
was
good.
like,
and he just starts spinning around, bro. I loved it, dude. I loved it. And then his final talk with Lex Luthor at the end, I keep seeing it on my TikTok. It's like, I get scared. And he like, that entire speech is like the definition of Superman. And it's so perfect. Great. Just a great conversation. But yeah. What'd you think? I need to hear. I keep talking, bro.
Nah, it's cool.
I need to hear
like,
you. You know how excited I was, and I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
like I knew when
letting
I
me
was
be
watching-
right, bro.
Yeah, I knew when I was watching like the movie, I was like, Izzy's gonna love this movie, bro. Like I literally kept on saying to myself, I'm like, Izzy's gonna love this. Tyler loved it. Like he loved the crap out of it. He said this was when I knew like, oh shoot, like this probably gonna have some traction. He said it was better in his opinion than Sinners. He liked it more than Sinners. Or he liked it more than Sinners. But I was like, dang, okay, that's a big like what I'm trying to get at is I can see people loving this movie. Because if we're being for real, this movie came out at the perfect time. Like July. This is the like area in the month for movies like this. Summer blockbusters. Like movies you can just go out and like watch. And if you want it to be good, it can be good. If you just want to watch something pretty, it can be pretty. It was something that everybody can appreciate. Yeah. But like I really appreciated how like it really did seem like this movie was for everyone. Like somebody can watch this for different characters, not just Superman, but they can watch it and be like, oh wow, like there's Lois Lane, there's Jimmy, there's Mr. Terrific, there's like it seemed like an everybody movie. Yeah. And that's what I thought was really cool. Me personally though, I love it. Think it's really good. And this isn't a knock at all. I just still prefer Man of Steel over it. I still prefer it personally. I'm gonna be for real. On this podcast, we value authentic takes, and I love it.
I don't.
I really prefer Man of Steel over it. Only because I keep trying to like find a way to like love Superman more than Man of Steel, but I just can't. And
I need to watch Man of Steel again for you. Just for you, I need to watch it again.
I just keep thinking about why, and it's just like I feel like it's more epic. I feel like
it has more scale.
Well,
like scale as in like, I think Man of Steel, I think you could argue visually looks better in terms of like the final fight. Like the final fight, I think does look better. I won't even argue. People might kill me for that, but guys, come on. Like I will say Zack Snyder knows how to direct scale, meaning like making things feel big and epic and massive. Yeah, that's what scale means.
But like what I also want to go into is I think that both movies are definitely different from each other. But
for sure,
I think the thing that sticks out to me is I see Man of Steel as this superhero that is still trying to figure out what he is supposed to do, who he even is, because he always thought he was just this kid from Kansas who has these weird abilities and just had something wrong with him. And then he finds out he's an alien. And then now it's like, oh, he almost started figuring out who he is and like what he's supposed to do. Then he had this big, huge weight dropped on him, and it's like, oh shoot, like what am I supposed to do now? And it kind of messed him up. Then you lose your dad, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm really going through it. And then you go through the rest of the movie, you see him working this different job. He's out in the sea, maybe trying to help these people out, and then slowly you see him figuring out that he needs to be a savior for these people. He needs to be a beacon of hope for these people. And then now you have the issue of, oh, but these humans, the question of, they probably don't even appreciate me. They probably don't even want me here. And then like now that's another issue that's weighing on his mind. And I like how it's really something that he's thinking about through the movie. Like he's still trying to help people, but it's like, what do I do? Like, how do I solve this? And I'm always going to go back to that scene where he's in the church and he's even asking for a little bit of guidance from a pastor. Like, I'm like, wow, the strongest man in the world went to church or any religion, like he just went to church and he's asking a pastor what he should do. Like, what do you think? Just for some advice. And then pastor gives him some advice and he uses it. But it's like that movie to me is almost like a spiritual journey of just trying to figure out what it is your purpose is in life. And I love it. And then, well, my bad, to finish it off real quick. I just love how on top of that, you have these sick action scenes of just like him still trying to figure it out at the same time. And yes, he did cause destruction, but it's like it's his first time. And a lot of people, I do kind of agree with them now that having General Zod be that first villain, be the person that is the villain you introduce in the DCU, was probably a mistake, was probably a too soon type of thing. But I think it just added more to that weight of just like, oh shoot, this is serious. And I will say, him killing him, I know a lot of people don't agree with it because that's not what Superman does. But for what Zack Snyder was going for, I think it was...
I think it works. I think it for sure works for what he was going for. But I think at that point, we didn't know what he was going for. So it's just like we can watch the Snyder Cut and be like, oh, like, I understand what he did in Man of Steel more now because he wanted to put Superman on like a different kind of trajectory. I just think so many things in that movie... Look, it's a Superman movie, so the suspension of disbelief is going to be there. Yeah. I can only do that, though, to a certain point. Like, the scene of him, not like his dad being like, Superman, don't save me in this tornado. It almost comes off as funny. Like, it doesn't come off as sad or anything, because it's like, but one, the tornado is, like, hiding everything. Two, there's so many stories out there of people getting saved miraculously. You couldn't have just done that. That's, like, a really weird, like... thing to do with Superman, and then him killing Zod was so unbelievably avoidable. I've seen the scene again, and every time watching it, I'm like, I don't care that this is your first time. This could have been prevented. You actually didn't have to kill him. Like, that incident, like, the family's got... He had him. Like, he could have just lifted him up for... Like, if you had the power to snap his neck, I'm fairly confident you had the power to lift him up.
But that's what I mean, like at that point, General Zod was learning and he was also getting to his power level. I think that it was hard for him to just be like, yo, let me take you to this other spot, because he was becoming a stronger
But
Superman.
He could have done that. And I understand, like, There's a cool version of Superman that I think James Gunn will do too with Zod, where Zod kind of does the Omni-Man thing to Superman, where you're like, look how fragile people are, boom, dead. Like, look at me trying to kill these people, and Superman does everything in his power to save him. But Man of Steel doesn't do that. He's just going through buildings and killing people, and Superman has like no care in the world about anyone around him. There is no instant where he is like save these people, stop, except when there's the slow almost killing the family when he snaps his neck. That's the only time, if I remember correctly, that's the only time he cares. But when he's going through buildings and when he's hitting people with things and all the whatever and all the big set piece action, whatever is happening, at no point is he like stopping to be like, let me go help these people. Let me stop what I'm doing and try and get some control. No, he just like keeps fighting back. He doesn't try to keep him in the sky. He doesn't try to isolate him. He just like destroys buildings, and that feels so not Superman. Like, even from what you're talking about, like his journey of him helping people, he doesn't even try to help people in that fight.
But I think it was because of just the situation that he was in at that time. Because remember, like David Cornsweet's Superman was Superman for 3 years. Henry Cavill's Superman was Superman for a day at that time.
Yeah, but even through all of the things that he was learning throughout the movie, it should set up an instance where he is like, oh, I need to protect these people at all costs, even like regardless of my own life. But he doesn't even do that. Like, no point does he start. Like, look, Superman, David Cornsweet's Superman, when the big dragon was there, was doing everything he can to save every single person.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like, I was like, okay.
Henry Cavill doesn't do that once.
But I think it's because he's still trying to like understand the threat. Like,
but like, what is there to understand there?
How more powerful he's starting to get?
Yeah, but like, even after like you get beat up, you get thrown through a couple buildings and people start dying, he doesn't like take a second to be like stop doing this, whatever. And then he gets thrown through a building. He's like, no, I'm just gonna punch back, and he keeps going. And it seems Zack Snyder was just way too obsessed with the set piece, with the moment, with the look how big this is, and look how insane it is, and look at all these people dying, with no like regard to who the character actually is.
But I mean, they do highlight that in Batman versus Superman. They highlight the fact that your actions have consequences, and that's why Batman was so mad at him in that movie.
When Batman was mad about him killing some random employee that worked at Wayne Enterprises.
Well, I mean, apparently he had a relationship with.
But we don't know that. That's what sucks, dude. That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I mean. Like he's still showing us like that guy was clearly the boss of the building. He was pretty much the boss of that Wayne Enterprise building. But like, it's just like, I love the realism that he's somewhat trying to show, like on the human side with Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, because like I think that, one, it's hard to do. Two, it's hard to do, especially in a superhero movie.
And it was unique at the time, for sure.
And it was very unique. But I don't know. I don't blame people for not liking it, because without a doubt, Superman is all about hope, and the lighting and all that and the color grading, I understand it was very dark. But to me, I think it was just trying to be very real and show us something. Because that was at the time, too, of The Dark Knight. That was at the time when, like, what's his name? Christopher Nolan was giving us a real Batman. And I think he was trying to replicate that, and Christopher Nolan being a part of that project.
Yeah, and I think that was the problem, was him trying to be like make Superman like Batman, and that's just like not what the character is. Batman can work better in like a more realistic scenario than I think Superman can. And I think like what you said, where it's like, oh, but you get to see the consequence in Batman vs Superman. If Superman went through one building and that happened to be Wayne Enterprise and people died, that's fine. But again, at no point does he even try and stop to save anyone. So like when Batman's mad at Superman, like, you're a danger, you're a problem, you know how interesting it could have been as like a push and pull for Superman to be like, but I did try and save people, I did try and help, but he didn't. Like, that would have been more interesting, you know? But as opposed to Superman just kind of having to take it, be like, yeah, like, I didn't do a good job, I'm sorry, you know? I just don't think it works well for who Superman is, even if it's a Superman becoming Superman. I just don't think, like, while it was cool and what Zack Snyder doing was interesting, I just don't think it was well executed. I think he like took too much of an extreme, you know? Like he he was focused too much on the like serious, gritty, dark nature of what like a Superman like character is, and didn't really think about the hope and the light that Superman is. You know, I think he could have welded those things together, and the only places where he has those is when he's Clark Kent.
Well, would you say that the General Zod fight is the only thing that was really like the negative?
Look, I just remember that very vividly. I don't remember the movie outside of that.
Okay.
Like that's why like I want to watch it again for you.
Well,
I just think like the General Zod fight is the perfect example of like the reason why that movie like fails of what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
It just completely misses the point of who Superman is.
Well, because before that whole General Zod fight, you have that scene where Lois Lane and all of them are trying to stop the big collider, I believe it's called. And then he's on the other side of the other world trying to stop the other one. And it seems like it's impossible for him to do because, one, the atmosphere changes and all that. Two, he has this thing chasing after him. But then you have that crazy scene where he just puts his fist up and he's just trying to, like, gain the strength to go through this thing and break it. And I thought that was incredible, in my opinion, because then they show you another part where these humans are about to get crushed. Forgot his name, Perry and all them. Or that's his name, Perry, right, Chief? But they're about to get crushed. He goes up, triumphant music, boom, breaks it. People don't die. And it's like, whoa. And I know he didn't know that, but it's like, I like that.
But I think that's the problem is like there was no intentionality to what he was doing. He was just stopping.
You know he's trying to stop it to save the world, though.
Hold up. We're going to do a... Okay. And like what I'm saying is like you're right. Like Superman was still saving people, but there was no like intentionality to what he was doing. Like it's not like we get to like vividly see Superman like go and like grab someone and save him. And I know he does do that in that movie. But like more of that is what I'm saying. Like once, sure, but like come on, dude. Like you couldn't have pushed a little more. You know how much cool it would have been to see him try and help people during the Zod fight and then him failing? Like,
but that goes back to the level of like difficulty and level of a challenge that General Zod was at that time.
But Superman doesn't stop trying regardless. Like that's who Superman is. Like even if the threat is so much more powerful and he may die in the process by trying to go out of his way to help other people, he still won't stop and do it. Like he's gonna do it. Again, Superman went out of his way to save a squirrel in Superman, but Zack Snyder couldn't do it at all during the big fight.
But
you
that's
know?
a different threat level. That's like he has time to do that. In this, he's fighting General Zod for the first time, and once again, that's his day one. That's his first day.
But that doesn't excuse him trying not to lead him away either. Like he just stayed in Metropolis. He did not care. There was no like.
But I mean, didn't General Zod literally say his mission was to kill people? He was going on a rampage to try to kill people.
Yeah, but like Superman at no point tried to lure him out or like hit him out. He literally just kept punching him through more buildings.
But anywhere
and breaking
else
more
he
things
goes,
and hitting them with him.
Anywhere else he goes, they even went up into space and the satellite scene. He still goes back at Superman, and I think he even throws the satellite at him and crashes back down on Earth. Like it's not like he didn't try to take him out. It's just that the threat level, it's hard to do that. Like
yeah, but
like with me. If I am trying to take a little kid right over here to there, I could do that because I'm bigger in the threat level, or the threat level in front of me ain't as strong as me. But if it's you, it's going to be more challenging to take you over to that spot right here because you are a bigger threat level than that. That's what I'm trying to compare.
And I agree. Like that's fair. Like yeah, 100%. Like the situation was different, but even still, like. Look, James Gunn had the like genius idea to like what's the word?
I like what he did with saving that squirrel.
Like get rid of people, evacuate people from Metropolis, right? Like seeing that, like actually like a proper evacuation to save as many people, so that the fight could be as destructive and chaotic and fun as possible, right? Like that was the point. Is like, okay, people are safe, and even still, even when the like threat is still present, Superman comes back and grabs a building and he's like no, like this is not, and the lady drives off, and he gets the like, last person free. General Zod, when he's there, I understand the threat level of Zod is ridiculous, and he's insanely powerful. But like the problem is even if Superman tried to do it and lost and couldn't, that's better than him not doing it at all. Is what I'm saying. Is he doesn't even do it at all. You know, like there's no instance where he leaves the fight to try and help someone, and then Zod gets him. He's like, no, you know, like that doesn't happen unless I'm wrong, right? That doesn't happen.
Well, because I mean, you're not wrong, because literally they jump into fighting. Because I think General Zod went at him, and then they just went crazy like nonstop.
And that's what I'm saying. Is
Earlier
that's the
there
problem.
were scenes where he was saving people and was stopping them, like that dude who fell off the helicopter and he grabs him. And if you slow that down, it actually shows him even protecting him from getting whiplash.
Yeah, I've seen that.
A
lot of people, a lot of like Snyder people were like, "Yeah, look, James Gunn doesn't know how to do that." But it's like, come on, bro, let's grow up.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll happen soon. It'll happen in one of the future movies. But like, I'm just saying, like, that movie speaks to me a little bit more than Superman did. And I'm not saying Superman's a bad movie. I'm just saying that Man of Steel just hits me a little bit harder. That's it.
I'm gonna rewatch it for you so I can have, because I haven't seen that movie in a while. But I want to I do want to give my one knock on Superman. And it's that it's kind of what you were bringing up about like Superman being 3 years. I do wish there was a little more that was introduced to us, like new. It was kind of like we were just like plopped into this movie, and now like we're going.
Yeah.
And the pacing at the beginning felt very fast, and I wasn't like really into it at first. When the movie started, I was like, oh, this is fun, this is cool, whatever. But it did hit me like, oh, wait, okay, we're moving a little too fast. Like, I don't really, like, oh, he's already in a relationship with Lois Lane. Oh, like, he's already a fully, like adept Superman with villains and people and all these things. Like, it took me a second to, like, get settled in. Once I got settled in, I kind of, like, excused that. But I saw a tweet. I wish I could tell you who said it, but I did see this tweet. I'm not stealing this. I saw a tweet, and it said, like, Superman felt like we were dropped into season 3, episode 17 of a TV show. And I was like, dude, that's actually, like, very true.
Yeah.
Like, I felt that. Like, I felt like I was just dropped into, like something that's already been going on. And I wish we could have gotten a little bit more introduction to some characters. Like, I'm not saying Lex Luthor had to be the one that's like, oh, Lex Luthor's the new guy on the spot. I actually like what they did. But just as an example for now, like introducing Lex Luthor as the first villain and like him developing the hatred to Superman would have been cool. Again, I love what they did with Lex Luthor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know, like, I wish there was something that was like interesting. Actually, you know what I wish it was? This is actually what I think. I wish it was Lois and Clark's relationship. I wish we could have watched that actually, like, start and develop as opposed to them dating for 3 months. And, like, that. Because, like, sure, they did some funny stuff, cool stuff, whatever. But I would have loved to, like, watch Clark Kent try and get with Lois.
That's what I was kind of sad about, too. I was really sad about, like, I know it was nice, but I really loved, and that was another knock I was going to give, the somewhat cuts when the screen would go black and then go to the next thing. Kind of felt awkward at times. But, like, I really loved when it did do that cut, and then you have him dressed. You now see him dressed as Clark Kent, going in, being all goofy, running into the Daily Planet, and then you see that back and forth between him and Lois, and then even him and Jimmy like having that little like fun times.
I love that. Yeah.
I wish there was more of that. I actually do.
Oh, I wish there was more Clark Kent.
Yeah, I wish there was more Clark Kent.
I agree. Yeah.
But I don't like. That's not a huge like dip on the movie or something.
Because I think
we
will get more Clark Kent.
We will, but like. I do wish like that, and I do wish that we saw a bit more of the Hammer of Baravia fight and seeing him actually get punched and falling down, so that we could see the degree of how bad that hit was.
Yeah.
Because Loki, I do kind of wish I could see what made him bleed like that. Because I mean, he wasn't under a red sun. Or
James Gunn did say that his version of Superman is weaker. Like Superman gets beat up a lot more, and well, I think it was because of. Like, the Hand of Baravia was Ultraman. Yeah. And Ultraman is just a clone of Superman. Not great, but I think that's why he was able to bleed. Because suddenly, like, the power. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that ended up being why it was. But I think this version of Superman is significantly weaker than, like, Man of Steel's. And, like, other interpretations. I think that was intentional, and I actually liked it. I think it makes Superman a little bit more interesting when he's able to get beat up. I don't know. Like, that's just me. I think Superman being able to just, like, destroy everyone is, like, like, it's not as fun to watch as opposed to when he gets, like, destroy. Like he's like I get to watch like a big fight, and I know he's gonna get beat up, but he's gonna like keep fighting. You know, like that feels more like Superman than Superman just being unstoppable and being able to beat up everyone. You know, you know. But yeah, I agree. I wish we could have saw more of like him as Clark Kent develop a relationship with Lois Lane. That's probably like my biggest knock. Aside from that though, like everything from that movie, dude, was just great. I loved it. The humor was so good. The action scenes were fantastic.
It was very well organized.
They were very fun to watch, and I think the final fight is sick. Again, like I'll bring it up, like when he hits Ultraman with the sign, when he gets Engineer and he's just slamming her on the floor. I loved that. I'm trying to think. Them fighting by the black hole was so cool. Really cool. Like a lot of the stuff, dude. Just visually, that movie was so impressive. I think besides, when I brought up the CGI earlier, I think the one scene I'm mainly talking about is when he flies in the sky and all the things jump on him, the Lex Luthor bots, and he like spins and the laser. Like you could tell it looks a little rough, but it's not so bad where I'm like, oh, this looks garbage. It was just noticeable. It was just like noticeably like, like this doesn't look great. Yeah. But everything else looks utterly fantastic. When he's in the water, like the anti-matter like water thing, that looks great. The Quantum Zone, I'm assuming that was. They didn't call it the Quantum Zone, but it kind of felt like the Quantum Zone. I think it's the Quantum Zone.
Oh, you talking about the Phantom Zone?
Sorry, the Phantom Zone.
Or like, no, because if you're talking, like, because the Phantom Zone is the prison that they hold some of those Kryptonians. That's what
I was talking about.
But, okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah,
I didn't know if there was
I don't think it was Quantum Zone. I meant Phantom Zone. I'm sorry. Okay. I think I mixed, like, my MCU stuff, whatever. The Phantom Zone. Yes, thank you. I'm pretty sure that was the Phantom Zone, but they didn't call it that. So I might be wrong. You don't think so?
I don't think
because I was just like, is that the Phantom Zone? It kind of looks like it. It could be. Like, there's a chance it could be, but they never said it. So I was just like, I'll just leave it alone.
I feel like we would have ran into more Kryptonians if that were to happen, because we know in the Phantom Zone there are like Kryptonians and other like different types of alien species and stuff in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there could be.
It could just be like some random thing Lex Luthor opened up instead.
Yeah.
That would make more sense. I just like I saw it and I was like, is it? But like I was kind of waiting. Something. Yeah, I was waiting for them to say it and then they never did. So like, let us know in the comments or whatever. Is it like I am curious about it, but I don't know. Yeah. I loved it, and the scene with him and with the monkeys typing the tweets, super shit.
That made me actually
super
laugh.
Shit. That was so amazing. You know that one bothers me.
That interview between like the way he was. Remember when he tries to get the tape recorder? He's like, "Where's the button?"
Yeah.
I was like him. I was nervous at first when he said that Superman is gonna be more funny. If I was gonna be super cheesy, but his was like really geeky, which is why like us mentioning I wish there was more Clark Kent really does make me a little bit more sad now.
When he's sitting on the chair like this and he's all, I don't know if the camera's gonna catch, but he's like sitting on the chair like this and he's just like, oh my gosh, like when Lois is talking, it's like that Lois Lane scene was really, really, really
Where's
good.
the button?
Yeah, where's the button? Where's the button? You can't use that. Are you referring to yourself in the third person now? Just something I thought I'd like try and work on in the interviews. I don't know. I'm trying. And
then the one thing he said, he was like, yeah, I've had a longer interview with you than I did myself. And just say, we've had good interviews. I was like...
And that's off the record, by the way. You can't say it's off the record after you said the thing. That doesn't mean... It's like, no, this is my interview. That was good, too.
That whole interview was so funny.
Excellent, man. Dude. It was really good.
Funny. I was like, this is really well done.
Yeah.
Some people were saying it was too long. I'm like, no, it wasn't long enough.
I loved it. Again, I want to bring it back to... you know what scene's really good, actually? We're gonna keep talking about Superman, right? Because I could talk about
probably.
Okay, yeah,
like, there's still some stuff we haven't gotten to.
I want to talk about the scene with Superman in the cage with Metamorpho, and he like has the kryptonite, so he can't do anything. And there's the guy, I forgot his name, but the guy Superman that like helped Superman up earlier in the movie.
Yeah. Oh,
that scene was good, dude. Bro. That scene was good.
Oh my gosh, that was actually when I was like, when I really woke up, because at first I was like already impressed with Lex. But I was waiting for something like that because I didn't want like getting all that silly like hater stuff in there. Yeah. Perfect. But that scene.
Oh my gosh.
That made Lex the villain.
Yeah.
That made him the villain.
That solidified him for sure.
He's one of my favorite. That version of Lex is one of my favorite villains now. I love the Lex from Smallville.
Michael Rosenbaum. Yeah. Let me on your podcast.
I'm glad he was in the stinking movie too because apparently he voiced one of the Raptors.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, James Good's really good friends with him. That's why.
That too.
Yeah.
But, they both just playing. But anyways, like stinking Lex with the revolver. That was cool. That was so cool.
Guess luck was on his side that time.
literally in our theater, because at first we were thinking he wasn't like probably gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Like Superman was probably gonna say something, and he's gonna walk away and then like throw that guy in the prison. But when he shoots him on the second try, and then he's just like, well, I thought that was gonna be longer. And then first the other dude was laughing. I was like, we actually have evil. We actually have somebody who doesn't care at all, who's cold-blooded.
Yeah.
I was like, bro.
Such a good scene, dude.
Bro, this is how you make a villain.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah, bro, like, my bad. Did you have any other thoughts
No,
about
that scene was freaking just great. And I wasn't expecting it at all. I wasn't expecting a dark scene like that because I was already sold on Lex. And that, like, solidified it for me for sure. That scene was great. I'm trying to think. I want to bring it. Something I loved about this Lex was, like, how much of a hater he was. But more importantly, how aware, like, the character was that he was, like, just a hater. Like, remember when Superman was like, I forgot, I think it's Superman says that he's like, oh, you're jealous of me. And he's like, I'm not dim. I'm aware that I'm like envious of you. And like, and he like talks about like how he like gets mad when he gets put in conversation about Galileo, but at least with those people, it's fine. With you, you're just some random alien that happened to drop on this planet. And it just like, and I'm like, all right. All right. Like, yeah, I'm with that. Like, honestly, you're kind of valid,
bro.
Lex.
That was so perfect. Like when he went into that whole monologue, I believe it's monologue. Yeah. Monologue of him, like you said, talking about Galileo and all these other Einstein, like all these other geniuses. Like he's literally just showing how smart he is and how like he's talking about how better his intellect is. And he goes in, he's just, you can feel the anger in him. Like Nicholas Hoult did
he's such a good actor.
Job. But him, I just love how, like, him going in that monologue and then finishing it with that 1A thing. It works so perfectly.
1A.
All this is to beat you. 1A. And it just perfectly sways over. And it's like, bro, you really hate Superman. Like,
yeah, he was like, I'm not stopping you so that the conflict can continue in Barovia. I started the conflict so I can kill you.
I was like, bro.
So good, dude.
This is like
what a movie.
There's been so many times people are like, I'm a super evil genius, but Lex Luthor in this movie was a literal, that is the definition of super evil genius.
100%.
That is the definition.
100%.
Like 1000%. If anybody ever asked me, that is the definition of a super evil genius.
Yeah, totally.
1000%.
He's just criminal, bro. And I loved how aware he was of how criminal he was. Like him saying the word dim made me laugh. He's like, I'm not dim. I know that I'm a jealous little loser. I just thought that was so funny. And I appreciate like that awareness because they didn't give Lex this like really sad backstory or whatever. And it's very clear that he just hates Superman.
Yep.
Like it's not because Superman killed his family on accident or like something happened to like a brother that we don't know about. At least for right now, this Lex was like, no, I just don't like you. And I really respect that. I respect that swing. And I respect how authentically Lex Luthor it was. Again, like, sorry to hate, but like Jesse Eisenberg's
this Lex Luthor is better.
Like far better, dude. Like
he's better.
That Jesse Eisenberg is just not a Lex Luthor.
I like Jesse Eisenberg's version, but like,
really, I actually think it's really funny.
I thought it was an interesting take
in like a bad way. I think it's funny in a bad way.
I don't blame people for hating it, but I actually thought it was kind of like I don't like the version of Flash Thompson in the Spider-Man movies, but
which one? Oh, like in the Homecoming ones?
In the Homecoming ones?
Oh, yeah, I disagree with you on that. That's
but,
fair. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, but I do like this version of Lex. I do like that version of Lex in Batman vs Superman. Only because he was pretty calculated with his moves. He was causing issues. He caused Superman to fight Batman. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I thought all the stuff, the plays he was doing. And I think it's because also the Ultimate Edition kind of, like, made it more to light what he was doing. But I thought his version was pretty cool. But Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, so much better.
You know what I think it is? I think Jesse Eisenberg is just a great actor. But I don't think he just works with the character because of his voice. I think the way he sounds a little bit more comedic for like a Lex Luthor. Like he sounds more childish, and I don't think it works for a Lex Luthor who's supposed to be this more like intimidating figure. I was never intimidated by his version of Lex, but Nicholas Hoult, I was like, oh dude, you're scary. Like you genuinely scary. But like I saw like a post a while ago, and it was someone like laughing about a scene in Batman vs Superman when he gets Zod in the water and he cuts his hand open and he's like, "You flew too close to the sun," whatever. And it's just like it's just like a really funny like what the heck. But like things like that, like I think that Lex had a lot of lines like that, which comes off a little more corny. And this Lex was just like authentically Lex Luthor hater, like always angry the whole time, and I just really liked that. I really appreciated it. Let's talk about the final scene of the movie really fast before we end. Not the pod, but this discussion.
Yeah.
We got our first look at Supergirl. And Millie Alcock, I think, at first when she was cast, I wasn't weirded out by it. But I was like, I don't see it.
I love it.
Like, I just don't... Like, I don't know how they're going to do this. I don't know how much it's going to make sense. But then once I saw the version of what they're trying to do, I'm like, oh, okay, no. Like, I get it. I understand the vision. Like, that makes so much sense. The scene with her and Crypto is one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
Bro.
And when, like, you understand why Crypto is the way that he is immediately, because he's just slamming her head into the wall.
She's just laughing. I was like,
dude, like,
are
it was
you
so...
okay? She was like, ha, ha, ha. I was like...
Okay, so actually today they just dropped the teaser image for the Supergirl movie, and I think it's going to be a lot darker than we're ready for.
Oh, yeah.
I think because her story is very sad and dark. And I actually plan on reading Women of Tomorrow before.
This is what I think is super cool.
That was funny.
They're going to do...
Was that a pun intentionally? You said super cool. Was that intentional?
It was a pun.
Was that intended?
It was intended. But... I think they're going to do what Injustice 2 did. I think they're going to show us Crypto's destruction through her eyes.
The video game, correct?
Yeah, because remember in the video game, it shows like the Krypton destroyed.
I don't remember Injustice 2 too well. It's been a minute, dude.
At the beginning of Injustice 2, it shows...
I was 12 when that game came out.
It shows Krypton's destruction, and it shows Supergirl's like POV of everything. And then it shows her going, like, getting blasted off that planet. And I think that's going to be the thing that James Gunn might show us in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. I wish it was still called Woman of Tomorrow. Same with the I really do wish that it was still called Superman Legacy, but it still works out. But anyways, I think they're going to show us the destruction of Krypton through her eyes. And then they're going to get into her origin.
Yeah.
We haven't really seen...
I think this will be an origin movie.
Yeah.
And I like that. Like, that's... great, because we don't have it. The only thing is the Supergirl show, right? Like live action wise, which I liked, by the way. You know what's funny? The CW shows, I like try to never rewatch them ever because I'm scared if I rewatch them, I'm not gonna like them anymore because I'm grown. But as a kid, they were like the coolest thing ever.
I hated them.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right. I think we talked about this before.
Shows. Besides Arrow.
Yeah, Arrow's the only one I'd like think about going back to because I know that one's a lot more like it's just better written.
And the first 3 seasons of The Flash.
That's the thing. I loved Supergirl though as a kid. Loved Supergirl. So I like I'm not gonna go back to Supergirl, but I'm really excited to see like a proper like more comic book accurate like version of Supergirl. And I intend on reading Woman of Tomorrow before. I actually was looking at buying it. I'm gonna buy it soon because I want to read it.
Because I might buy it.
It's like $17. I actually read the comic that this movie Superman was based on too. What?
All-Star Superman?
Yes, I read it.
Okay.
It was very good. It's actually really good. I recommend you guys read it if you guys like it. It's really good. So I've been like having fun like following along this DCU by reading the comics because I actually read a lot more DC comics than Marvel. Funny enough, like just for whatever reason, I just kind of do. So yeah, I'm probably gonna get it and read as much of it as I can before Supergirl. I have a lot of time, so I probably will read all of it. But anyways, yeah, I really like Supergirl, and like the scene was very brief, and I wasn't expecting it, but it immediately explains to you what the Supergirl is like and how different she is from Superman. I think the problem with the Melissa Benoist, right? I never know how to say her last name, but whatever, it doesn't matter. That's the girl who plays Supergirl in the CW show. I have so much respect for her because at the end of the day, she is Supergirl for a lot of people, and she's still my Supergirl. Like she's Supergirl. And it'll be cool though to see like a this like proper version of it, and I'm really excited to see it. But I will never like. I don't think anyone should disregard what she's done, Melissa Benoist has done for the character, because I think she made Supergirl like the mainstay, but she kind of always just felt like girl Superman. Yeah. And I think that's like wrong. Like that's not what the character is. But because of what the show was trying to do, where it was like this is this is the world Superman for a while before they actually brought in Superman. Like I understand why they did it, But now that we have a world where it's Superman and Supergirl from the jump, we get to see a proper like difference between the two.
Yeah.
And like how their origin actually properly affected them. And I'm really excited to see a Supergirl movie. And I actually think it has potential to be a banger.
Oh,
like
it is.
banger.
Bro, she's fighting Lobo. It's
That's
gonna
right.
be a
Yeah, I
banger.
forgot Lobo was in it. I actually
It's
forgot
going
about that.
to be
Yeah.
a banger.
That's
Like,
right.
I was talking to my friends in the car. I'm like, you guys don't know how excited I am to see stinking Jason Momoa's Lobo go at stinking Supergirl. Because we were talking about the Supergirl cameo. And I was like, you guys don't know how hype I am now. She was taking hits from stinking Crypto. And you know how much that was hurting or bothering stinking like Superman. Imagine hits from Lobo.
And she's laughing.
Bro, I'm so excited for Supergirl.
Yeah,
I'm
I
very
am too.
excited for that.
I'm just
movie.
excited for this DC universe, bro. It feels nice to be excited about a universe again. I think like for a while we've been getting multiverses, cinematic universes for like IPs I don't really care about.
Yeah.
Like the MonsterVerse, cool. I watch all of them. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I needed it. Like at no point. What are the ones? Alien. Alien doesn't even really count though, because I don't think it's trying
That's
to tell
a big universe.
Yeah,
though.
but it's not trying to tell like a. When I talk cinematic universe, I mean more so like.
Oh, like Fast and Furious.
Like an
and-
interconnected,
okay.
like trying to bridge, like now they're crossing over, things like that. I guess like I mean more like the MonsterVerse and like when they
Transformers.
and like the Transformers, yes, with G.I. Joe, things like that. Like I'm like I don't really rock with this. It's nice to be like, dude, I'm so freaking ready for a proper DC universe ran by James Gunn. And we have Peacemaker coming out in August, Lanterns coming out early 2026,
Yep.
Supergirl in June 26th.
Yep. And then Clayface.
And then Clayface, I don't know when. I think
Yeah.
that's like the thing in development. I saw the Wonder Woman movie is being fast tracked right now. It's like the development for it's going really, really, really well. So that'll be cool. Batman, I know they're having a hard time with. The Authority, which hurts my heart that they're having a hard time doing because I really like the Authority.
Take your time with Batman.
Take your time. I don't
Take
even
your
think
time.
Batman. But I was gonna say with the Authority, take your time because I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's something you even really need to do right now.
Yeah.
I think a later, whenever whatever chapter 2 is or chapter 1, because this is Gods and Monsters.
Yeah.
Like near the end of chapter 1, bringing in this team could be cool with an established Justice League. That could be sick. So I don't think you need to rush the Authority. Like I think the fact that was like one of his like front like. I'm doing the Authority was like kind of weird, but it also
Yeah.
felt very James Gunn. But I think because he's having such a hard time doing it, I'm cool with him not.
Yeah.
Just like stay away from it. And the Engineer is part of the Authority.
Yeah,
She
I
is-
kept wondering like, why is she with Lex? I was like, what is going on?
I don't think the Authority is developed yet. I don't think they're
okay.
a team yet. That would
Okay.
make that. That's what I would think.
Because I don't know any. I'm just saying I don't know anything about the Authority, but I was wondering like when I first saw the trailer, I was like, so is she did Lex make a deal with her or something? Or
It's
like,
either that or the team's just not assembled yet.
Okay.
And she gave no like dialogue that imply
that
either
she is.
side.
Because, well, I mean, it sounded like she was just a random woman who
Yes,
like was
yes. So
experimented
that's
on.
why yeah, you're right. I don't think
That's
the
what
Authority.
confused me.
Yeah, I don't think the Authority is assembled at all.
Okay.
I don't think they have like any like relation. I don't think like those characters even like exist yet.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
which is cool. Like fine,
I'm
whatever.
cool with that. I
Yeah.
was just wondering.
Yeah. So James Gunn's DC universe is very exciting. I couldn't be more excited for it, dude. It's gonna be awesome.
I will say one more thing.
Yeah. Go.
James Gunn. If you give me a static movie,
Oh yeah.
I am 1000% behind you. I am
He's
a
gonna
loyal-
do it.
Hey, I've been promised since day one different milestone comics. I'm a huge milestone comics fan. I've been promised so many different stuff, and it hasn't happened. All I've gotten is a stinking animated show of Static Shock, which has been good. I've gotten Young Justice with just brief mentions of Icon, Rocket, and Static. And I don't even think Blood Syndicate or anybody else was in there. But if you give me a live-action Static movie, you got a diehard fan of me. I will root for you just like I root for Zack Snyder. I'm just saying, bro.
You know what I'm excited for? I'm actually excited for them to continue Blue Beetle
Yeah,
with the animated thing.
show.
I'm actually really excited for that.
I love
like I
Blue
think
Beetle.
that I do too. I think that'll be a really cool like connection with the DCU, this little animated show with a really cool like art style. Especially with Blue Beetle, I think like the action scene can go insane.
Oh, yeah.
And most of the cast is coming back. That's probably like the random thing that I'm most excited for besides the Authority.
I'm excited for Teen Titans.
Oh yeah, Teen
I'm
Titans is
so
gonna be
excited
dope.
for Teen Titans.
Anything else you want to say?
No,
I'm
I'm
knocking
chilling.
everything over, bro. All right, you're good. Then let's move on to the final thing. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I actually can't wait to hear about this. Let's move on to the final thing. Phil, You just watched Jurassic World. I forgot the name. Jurassic.
Rebirth.
Phil, you just watched Jurassic World Rebirth. Give me your spoiler-free thoughts as well as your score.
All right.
We're late, by the way. We're so late on this.
We are.
So
but
be
it
ready
doesn't
for
matter.
no interactions on this part of the pod because no one cares about Jurassic World anymore.
They do because it's made $500 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to give Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm changing my score too.
Oh.
I'm giving
Live
it
changing.
a 5 out of 10.
Oof.
I'm giving it a 5 out of 10.
No.
Now there were a lot of people who are probably going to be like, "What? But the dinosaurs did what they were supposed to do. It had the classic theme. It was Scarlett Johansson and Marshall Ali." I could barely give a crap. I could barely give a crap. This was the first movie in a long time. I'm trying to remember even a movie. That's how long it's been. That actually almost made me want to go to sleep.
Oh my god.
It almost made me want to go to sleep. There were so many times I felt like I was dozing off, but then I would have to wake up because I'm like, no, it's going to get good. It never got good for me personally. If you guys enjoyed this movie.
So why a 5 then?
Huh?
Like why a 5?
I think that there were some times, because I've, like, you know, there have been some movies that I've given a 4 to and that were just very hard to watch. This one, it just felt like it was so bland, but the dinosaurs were still pretty interesting. That's why I'm kind of giving them some points, because at the end of the day, I know it's all about dinosaurs, so I will give it some points for having some interesting dinosaurs. But the characters were unbelievably boring. Like there was nothing. I did not like one single character, and the fact that I didn't even like Scarlett Johansson's character or Marshall Ali says a lot, because I thought they would be the shining lights of this movie. I thought that the guy who played the prince in Wicked was going to be a shining light.
Banks, right?
I thought even the
Jonathan Bailey.
Yeah, Jonathan Bailey. I thought there were going to be so many characters that actually were going to make it interesting. No, they were all boring. They were all just people there who apparently for some reason have the greatest plot armor of all time. And it was just a waste of my time to watch. It really was. It was upsetting. Like, because Chris Pratt's Jurassic World run compared to Jurassic Park wasn't that good, obviously, because people love Jurassic Park and people have mixed feelings about the second and third movie of Jurassic World. But they were still pretty interesting. Chris Pratt's character was an interesting character.
He was likable.
Bryce Dallas Howard, she was likable. There were even some kids in this movie that were featured that were pretty likable. Even some of the enemies and stuff like that and the OG characters coming back were pretty likable. Along with the dinosaurs. The first movie that they introduced back in, Jurassic World, that was still a really cool movie to me.
I like Jurassic World.
I liked it a lot. So you go into this is the fourth movie. I don't even know if they're making 2 more movies or not, but you give me Jurassic World Rebirth, and it doesn't even feel like a rebirth. It just feels like, oh, we're going on this stupid adventure, and this family gets stuck in the water, so let's save them and take them to this island, and let's cure cancer, oh, dinosaurs, where'd they come from? Oh yeah, we forgot, we're going to this island because we're getting blood from these dinosaurs.
It just felt like super generic and basic. Like,
bro,
you literally just said the key, like the most basic things a movie could like try and do.
But that's the sad thing. That is the movie.
Damn.
Damn. So you know how people always say the trailer is the movie? You remember when you said the Batman?
Yeah.
Like it seemed like it had too many trailers, or maybe even if I didn't watch the second trailer, like technically the second trailer was the whole movie.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that way because I still feel like it gave me some surprises. But this one, watching it, it literally was the trailer.
Damn.
And I only watched one trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth. And it was the whole trailer. Like, I was watching that movie expecting surprises, and I was just like, wait, the movie's done?
Oh, we're moving to this part. Yeah,
it went according to the trailer.
That sucks.
And I was like, bro, I'm so glad I have a movie membership because technically I didn't lose my money. But, bro, it was a waste of my time.
Wow.
Like,
dude, this sounds like a 4. I'm not gonna lie, Phil. Are there any redeeming qualities? Anything you would say like, oh, I liked this, or like visually was it good? Because Gareth Edwards, which I just saw, and I'm like, dude, he is so talented. I loved the creator. I loved Rogue One.
So I think the only thing that I will say was pretty interesting was the boat chase scene or the boat hunt scene when they are going after a dinosaur that is in the water. And is there another name for a water dinosaur? Water raptor? I'm playing. But anyways, that scene actually was pretty interesting and seemed pretty well shot. Like, the Scarlett Johansson on the edge of the boat trying to shoot at it, and you see the dinosaur looking at her while trying to dodge the little shot. I was like, okay, that was pretty cool, and that's also kind of scary to me. Like, it was giving me for a second Avatar: The Way of Water vibes. Remember when they're going after that whale, showing you how they do their whole operation? That's the vibe it was giving me. So I'll give it points for that. That was a pretty cool scene. But everything else through it, when they're going through the woods, it doesn't seem that cool. When they're actually being hunted by these dinosaurs, it's not that cool. Like, because once again, these characters have the craziest plot armor. Can I go into spoilers?
Yeah, I don't care.
The characters you don't care about, and you probably didn't care about any of these, but the ones you really, really, really didn't care about are the only characters that die.
Really?
They're the only characters that die. And then the one major character that dies in this group is the pharmaceutical guy. The guy who's like, oh no.
Which
like,
actor?
I forgot his name. He's the one who's the evil guy in this.
Oh.
I forgot his name, but he's the only character who dies. Everybody else survives. The whole family survives.
Damn. So
Scarlett Johansson survives.
I thought this movie was gonna be. Sorry to cut you off. I thought this movie was gonna be more of like a Kong Skull Island.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
And it wasn't that?
It really didn't feel like that, bro.
Really? That feels like a missed opportunity.
That's
Like they could
why-
like kill off characters and make you care about them. Like,
That's
oh,
what
damn.
I'm saying. I thought it would.
Wow.
I thought, like, you know, even in the trailer, it seemed like Mahershala Ali's character was going to die. Wrong. He survives. And I'm happy. I love Mahershala Ali.
I know why you're saying that. It's a little racist.
You know what?
It's a little racist.
Screw it. I'm so mad at this movie. Might as well call me racist.
Yeah, are you implying that because of the color of Mahershala Ali's skin that he just has to die in this movie?
You know what? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe you guys are racist.
Maybe that would make me interested in the movie. Maybe me getting mad that a black character died in the movie maybe would have made me interested in the movie. But no. I'm just playing.
Dude, that's rough.
I love Mahershala
No,
Ali.
but like, no, I'm with that. Like, I understand. Like, the movie wasn't doing anything to, like, hook you. It was just like
didn't do
going.
anything.
It was like the movie was just like going through the motions. It was just like, all right, so now they're in the island. All right, now they're dealing with this dinosaur. Or now they're in a nest. Oh, now they're getting attacked.
Yeah.
Oh, now it's getting bad, and now it's even worse, and now the movie's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just
That's
explained
it.
Yeah.
And then you know the other the most annoying thing of this movie? They were selling us in that trailer on this big, bad, really cool looking, crazy dinosaur that actually, it's like a crazy X-Raptor or Z-Raptor they called it, that actually can grab people because it has longer arms. It was only in the movie for 4 minutes. 4 minutes! And it sucked.
Damn.
It couldn't kill anybody.
The what?
It killed one person.
What?
Killed one.
That's crazy.
And then all of a sudden, it became the dumbest dinosaur of all time. You grabbed one person straight up, and it actually looked scary. You appeared scary and everything, but then all of a sudden, you show up in front of people, and all of a sudden, you can't eat nobody. You can't grab nobody. You can't. It was like, what are we doing? And then you had Mahershala Ali one-on-one, right in front of you, and somehow he still survived. He was probably like one of them zombies from The Walking Dead. Sticking Mahershala Ali, got its attention, fired off a flare. Oh, pretty colors. Oh, and then he just gets away. That's literally how it went. That's literally how it went. We're thinking he's dead in the theater.
Dude.
Next thing you know, hey, I'm over here. And then it plays triumphant music. I'm like, no, this isn't a triumphant time. You should play the wacky music for that scene. So stupid.
Dude, I'm really sorry you had to go through this, Phil. I'm so happy I didn't watch it.
I want to apologize again because if you did enjoy this movie,
someone at work told me they liked it, and then another person at work said it was awful, and then they got into a little like conversation about it. Most people I've heard say it's bad.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think most people that watch movies said it was bad. I don't know a lot of Jurassic Park fans are feeling, but I also don't know a lot of Jurassic Park fans that are above the age of 50.
Yeah.
So look, can I explain to you why I wasn't interested in this movie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the originals to this day. And I was talking about it with someone at work, and they were like, "You've never seen the original?" And I go, "Yeah, no, I haven't. But can I be honest with you? I think if I watched it now, I wouldn't have like the same affection with it as you do, like you talking about it now." Because he's like, "Oh, because it's old." No, because it's. He's like, oh, because like when you watch Star Wars and like you watch Empire Strikes Back now, it doesn't have the same. And I go, no, I completely disagree with you. I watched Empire Strikes Back at like 16 years old, and I'm like, no, this movie is one of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah. I think if I watched Jurassic Park now, I'd just be like, I'm not that interested. I don't care about dinosaurs.
I don't know.
I've never cared about dinosaurs, like ever in my life. I was never a dinosaur kid, and I know a lot of like the story beats and the narrative things. because it's an iconic movie. So a lot of those things get replicated in other things. So I think a lot of the stuff in that movie just won't appeal to me. As opposed to like Luke versus Vader in Empire Strikes Back is one of the greatest scenes ever written and like shot.
Yeah.
I just don't think Jurassic Park will have that appeal to me. And I explained that to him and he was like, I guess that's fair. It's old. And I'm like, no, it's not an old thing. It's literally just like, I don't think Jurassic as a franchise appeals to me whatsoever. I watched Jurassic World as a kid, which probably for most people is what Jurassic Park was for them when they were a kid. And I liked Jurassic World, but I wasn't obsessed with Jurassic World. I wasn't like, this is going to change my life. And you could argue maybe that's the quality of the movie and it's not that good compared to the original, but I'm a 10-year-old kid? I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about how this movie's impacting me now, not in relation to other things. So I just don't think me watching Jurassic Park now would have any sort of like real, like, I don't think I'd have a deep connection with it. And that's why I've just never been interested in watching it.
Yeah, my family put me on Jurassic Park, like all 3 of those movies. The second one kind of was my favorite again, was my favorite. But the thing that I think is cool about Jurassic Park is the whole movie was marketed as, yo, these people made a dinosaur park. That is so cool. Like literally that whole line, welcome to Jurassic Park. And then you see everybody who's thinking, what, you're crazy. And they see this huge, like that is the coolest like opening, or not opening, just coolest way to like keep the movie flowing. And the next thing you know, things go wrong because you're thinking for a second, you're hoping that this can go right. You're thinking this could be the coolest like destination for people. This is the next Disneyland. But then when things go like actually like awry, like it's crazy. It's cool to see because then like there's characters they have you try to care about, and depending on how you feel, maybe you do, maybe you don't. But that's the thing that sells it. Like it's actually scary because it's so good at the start, but then all of a sudden it gets scary and turns into this like out of this world horror movie. But then like you get to Jurassic World, and I think the thing that really did sell some people still in Jurassic World is, oh, we already did this, but we're doing it better. We're giving you a scarier dinosaur. We're giving you a more advanced dinosaur, and that's the cool thing with this. With Jurassic World Rebirth, there's nothing on that. There's no, oh, we got a park, we're going to do this again because we're stupid. Oh, we have scarier dinosaurs. It's just there. It's just a stupid story.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just my thing.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Like, there's nothing to really sell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I've never been interested in this franchise because I've never been a dinosaur person. And so coming close to this movie and hearing it sucked, I was like, all right, I'm going to try and do everything I can to not go watch this movie because I don't care to. And so luckily I got to go to camp, so I was busy. And I was like, well, I can't watch it. Now there's no point of me even watching it. What's the point now? I'll just have Phil talk about it on the podcast. So I was able to skip out on it. But yeah, I just don't care for Jurassic Park. Personally, I like, again, those movies could never come out ever again. And I'd be like, my life does not change like whatsoever. But I know for a lot of people it does. And people want to keep watching it. It's making a lot of money. So like, good for you guys. Like, I'm happy a lot of you guys are enjoying this, but I personally don't care about Jurassic Park, like, whatsoever.
I think OG fans are going to appreciate it because a lot of the original soundtrack is in it. Like, a lot. It kind of bugs me because, you know me. I'm really more with the, like, make it a little bit modern, change it somehow.
Yeah, like, make it feel different.
Yeah, make it feel different. But then, like, with that, it was just, like, so much of the OG stuff and, like, that old classic cliche, like, horror movie stuff was going on in it, except everybody had crazy plot armor and nobody was really dying. So that's why I didn't like it. But if you guys loved it, like, I think OG fans will appreciate it. I think they will. Like, that's why I think it's making so much money because they hear the sound, they see dinosaurs, and they're just like, okay.
And it's the name, bro. It's the name. It's Jurassic Park. Like, those movies should make a lot of money. But anyways, you have anything else you want to say on it?
Instead of watching Jurassic World Rebirth, please go see F1, Superman, and
K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters, please.
Go watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
Pretty please. Like, I know on this podcast we do try to, like, highlight movies and say, like, find some way to, like, find good in those movies.
But sometimes you don't like a movie, bro, and that's fine. Sometimes movies just suck.
It sucked to me, but if you really, really do want to go see Jurassic World Rebirth, by all means,
don't waste your time.
Try to go see it if you really want to. If you were just dying to go see it, go see it. But there's other movies that are better. Superman, F1, K-pop Demon Hunters, stinking. What's the other movie? There was another movie that came out in theaters that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I enjoyed Megan 2.0 more than stinking Jurassic World
Eddington
Rebirth.
came out. I know that one's kind of mixed.
Eddington's
but if
coming
you want
out
like
now.
a movie that like will make you feel things, maybe go watch that one. I know it's mixed. I saw like reviews were kind of mixed on it. Like some people were really into it, other people weren't
Which
at
movie?
all. Eddington.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was like a 6.4 or something like that. It's not bad.
I
but-
knew it was gonna happen though because it's touching on.
Yeah,
COVID.
it's a little more touchy subject. So
Yeah.
I think that's why I want to go watch it. I'm probably gonna go check it out.
I'm watching it.
But yeah. Anyways, this is the Film Podcast where we talk about movies, TV shows, and just everything entertainment in a way that anyone can enjoy. Hope you guys enjoyed this week. I'm gonna go play Donkey Kong.
Yep. And make sure to like, subscribe, and follow